Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're taking a look at modern women getting shocked by men's honesty. But it's an hour-long special, so let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
I want a man that's definitely going to be able to pay the bills, like take care of me, but I still want to be able to have the option to work and do like my career, have a career, and still have kids.
Okay, so you want it all?
Yeah.
Okay, how much money is a man going to need to make to be able to pay all the bills for a family of 4?
Probably well over 400K.
What percentage of men in this country make over $400,000?
I would say maybe 2 to 4%. Probably not a lot.
1.
Okay.
1%. So let's go back to what you said. I feel men don't care about what you feel. We think, act, and do. Men hit the financial stride between 45 and 55. Are you prepared to marry a man that's 45 years old or older?
No.
So you're a delusional black woman.
Hit them with cold hard facts and they still find a way to act like you're trying to hold them back. Men, if women can't settle, you definitely shouldn't either.
How old are you?
34.
34? How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? Okay. I was just asking because for real men, that's what matters. Your first one is given. Your second one, the mistake is on you.
Oh, is it?
Women will find a way to blame men even when they're the ones with poor judgment. Take your pick between delusion and victim mentality.
If I remember correctly, if God wanted you to do fans, then what would Satan want you to do?
To stop doing fans.
Yeah, why do you think he'd want you to stop?
Because I love making content.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you think that God, his preference would be that you continue to make content on your OnlyFans?
Yes, he wants me to do it.
Yeah. Do you have visions? Has God come to you in a dream and told you perhaps that OnlyFans
I talk
is
to
the
him
way
and
to
he
go?
tells me, yes, keep doing what you do.
So does God want you to stick it in your mouth? Is that what God wants you to do? When you talk to God, does he say, gobble up that? Is that what he says?
If it's like a guy that I like.
Does God want you to engage in things, has he told you? When you were dreaming, for instance, and you had a conversation with God, did he say, thou musteth goeth and get bangeth? Did that conversation happen, do you think?
I can't believe she would lie like this. If she were ever to talk to God, he would not be encouraging this behavior.
Okay, so what do y'all do for a living?
We're models.
Models. So what do y'all do as models?
We shoot everything, anything anyone wants us to. Yeah.
Even.
Sometimes.
How much does that pay?
About like, I would say 100K a year.
Y'all make 100K a year.
Just starting out, yes.
And how long y'all been doing this gig?
About a year. 1 year, yeah.
So y'all made up to 100K?
Yeah.
Each, not in total?
Yeah.
Are y'all capping?
No, we're seriously not. We had a photo shoot today, and we came to Nashville tonight, so.
Can I see the photo?
Yeah.
Let me see it. And can we show the camera?
Yeah, we can. See? I'm a model.
Okay. And what's yours? Holy sh**.
Wait, that's me, my is so fat. That's not you, that's me.
She's trying to claim
This
it.
is her.
Margo.
I'll show you more.
If y'all do all that in the nudes, would y'all do all
No.
Margo. Holy sh**. Hey, my guys, come here. Well, hey, what will y'all rate these models right here? She a 7.
Oh, man.
I like her.
A 7.
Yeah. If you got bigger, I'd give you like a 10. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, it was nice to meet you, bro. You too, bro. Yeah.
When your career is based on your looks alone, it doesn't last more than a year either.
Would you ever date a guy that made 200K?
Like a year?
Yeah.
No, what the?
Are you serious? You don't think 200K is a lot?
No. I want a guy that makes 200K a month.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's pretty good.
Would you?
I mean, like, 200K is like a lot of money. Like, my dad makes 200K.
But like, that's like your hardworking dad. Like, we live in a whole different generation.
That's true. It's easy to make money now.
Yeah.
Clearly. Look how much money we have and what do we do?
Yeah, I want a guy that makes more money than me. Like, what?
I hope she goes on to enjoy a life alone with her cats, because a man who makes that kind of money definitely ain't wifing an OF chick.
I'm watching all this red pill. You hear these statistics, right? Gay marriage, 2 men getting married, divorce rate 26%. Male-female marriage, 50%. Lesbian woman to woman marriage, divorce rate 76%.
Wow. Well, that's what it is, man. You get 2 crazies together.
That's some weird, I mean, what do you think? Like, if you looked at the math, do you think women are the problem? I mean, I don't know.
Are they? Is that what you're trying to say?
Uh-oh, they might ruffle some feathers with these statistics.
Quite profitable IT company. I'm a mother as well, so you would say I went through quite a lot in the IT industry. So I have the experience and authority to talk about this topic. Now, what I want to say is that the whole talk about women in IT is usually a bad thing for us. Because basically what it says is, well, it's okay to have lower income, it's okay to do worse than boys in the IT industry because, well, there's a world conspiracy against you, you know, people hate you, that's why. So that's why I'm against the whole talk. Also, I did some recruiting because I have a company. And also I went to a school that had like 8 girls and 100 boys. So, you know, I'm quite used to being around a lot of boys. The whole thing is, girls are usually quite lazy. They're just not that good programmers. Sorry, but that's true.
Women are fighting a made-up fight just to be able to pat themselves on the back for doing something with their lives. Yeah, something meaningless. Uh-oh, did we just spot a hypocrite online? Maybe she should take her video about that down.
A photo from a recently opened women's-only nightclub opened up, and take a look, buddy! Not one bottle in sight! Just a bunch of girls sitting around on their phone, all looking at each other to pay for everything. Because you know who pays for the bottles? Us! Doesn't make any sense, man. No respect out here. They don't appreciate what we do.
So independent until it comes to buying drinks and actually doing anything at the club.
Could you guys just put some more clothes on? Because I don't think it's like appropriate to dress that way. Your dad would probably be disappointed. Yeah. I'm him.
You're him. You're gonna get your
do it.
Plot twist, their dads hired them to talk some sense into their daughters.
This is what you're made for. Good job.
You want to know what you're made for?
What?
Nothing. You're absolutely useless.
Another case of a woman shocked by a man's brutal honesty. But if he's the provider and pays the bills, do you really think it's wrong? Leave a comment and let me know what you think.
I'm getting married today.
Good for you.
Yeah, look.
Hey, let me say this. Don't ever get married in the morning because you don't know who you're going to meet that night.
Yo. Jokes aside, the young generation of men need to start listening to people with enough experience with women to write a whole book on their tactics and schemes.
You guys don't fight? Sometimes? What is the fight about? Stupid. That's all women argue about. Stupid, bro. Man, we're stressed out about bills. We'll be stressed out about bills, bro. We're like, I gotta pay this, bro. I gotta pay the homie for my mom. Fuck, she been calling me, bro. I owe her still. Fuck, fool. I got a lot, bro. The credit card got ran, fool. And then your girl comes at you. Why are you following this? You're like, hey, don't get in my mind right now. Don't get in my mind right now.
While we're stressing out over important stuff, they always add to that stress over just weird small stuff.
Bro, being a single mom is literally the hardest ever. Like, you cannot do anything. I literally got like one side of my weights racked at the gym because I tried to work out, and they're calling me over the intercom to come get him literally after 5 minutes because he don't want to be with anybody but me because I'm the only person with him. But you literally just can't do anything. I'm literally so exhausted from work like 90% of the time, so I don't ever get to do like a good like real workout. And I got up trying to do a workout this evening and he don't even want to go to the kids club. This is like the 3rd time I've tried to take him. Myself wishes that he could be okay with the childcare so that I could get a workout in. My son is 17 months old, and this has by far been the hardest stage of all of it. Hi, baby.
She's crying because she doesn't have enough me time for herself. Yeah, that's what happens when you decide that the best thing is to break up a family unit and chase a life that only looks good in Hollywood.
If a guy gives you an engagement ring and he calls off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
No, hell no. It's my ring.
Okay, so why is it if a man withdraws consent to an engagement, he loses the ring?
I mean, I don't think women are objects like rings are.
I wouldn't say he loses the ring, but you lost the value of that woman.
Okay. If marriage is supposed to be an equal partnership, why does a woman get an expensive engagement ring but a man doesn't?
I mean, I'm sure they could, but I don't think most of them want it. I mean, they get a ring. It's just not really as
What if a guy wanted like a $20,000 motorcycle?
I mean, I guess it's all between you and your partner. I spoil my men.
The only real cost of getting the wrong woman a ring is your sanity and peace.
Did you get a chance to meet with the royal family? And if not, how was it like having them there in the building?
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph?
The Prince and Princess of Wales.
Oh, no, I did not. I'm only familiar with one royal family. I don't know too much about that one. Thank you.
The only people who would keep up with the lives of the rich and famous, making them even richer and more famous, are women with too much time on their hands. Men would rather work on getting there themselves.
Would you rate me on a scale 1 to 10?
Oh my god, okay, honestly.
Honestly.
I'd make out with you right now, and I'm a lesbian. You will. I would actually, yeah. And? No, that was it. I'm just saying I would make out with him right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought it was gonna happen.
Oh, did you? This guy stinks!
I mean, yeah. That's why I took the mic.
Oh, damn. I didn't.
They didn't get the kill.
They didn't.
Side!
The way women just assume that if they want you, you gotta want them back. There's this thing called having standards.
Hey, babe.
What's up, babe?
So what did you think about dinner last night? Because there's definitely...
Now, why would she ask me that, knowing she can't cook? If I say yes, then she'll never get better, and takeout is getting expensive. But if I say no, I feel like we're gonna argue, or she'll try out another dish and make it just as bad. I know what to say. Got it.
Anyway, what do you think?
What did you think about it? How'd you like it?
I mean, I liked it, but...
Victory. I live to relationship another day.
This man is a relationship genius. Ignore any other relationship guru, because this guy is 10 times better.
It's the back knee for me.
It's the All-American Eagle wardrobe for me.
It's the almost in the car crash 3 times for me.
It's
the crying for me. It's the constantly getting stomach aches for me. It's the only eating plants for me. It's the Disney obsession at 18 years old for me. It's the ensemble sophomore year for me. Oh, and it's the dropping out of a D1 school to go to community college for me. So.
It's the fact he saw the opportunity and took it for me.
supposed to settle for regular type dude.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
10.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
157.
So what would you rank yourself, 1 to 10?
6.
Almost 33 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight. And you have 2 children. Overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average?
Average.
Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are. Let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money.
You ain't fine enough for no money. You said you're 6. You don't get money.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated.
Delusions are killing modern dating. Some women want a man out of their league but won't acknowledge that he's out of their league.
When women go on a date with a man, who do they prefer make the majority of the leading decisions during that date?
The man.
The man, definitely. Definitely.
If you ask me on the date, you should
have that shit planned out.
Yeah.
Tell me you're going to pick me up at 7. Don't ask me what I want to do. Tell me what you want to do.
Yeah.
So in a society where the majority of women prefer to have a man in a leadership role and make most of the decisions, is it any wonder why most leadership roles are held by men?
Definitely a wonder. I honestly think that's kind of like a gender role thing too. Like I feel like that's been a huge thing. Men get places a little bit easier than women. So when women get there, they work harder to stay.
But I mean, is it fair to say that maybe a lot of reasons why, men are kind of in leadership roles is because women want it that way?
Want it that way.
So do they have the right to complain about it if that's their preference?
Probably not.
That was the look of a woman who knows they've been caught. Really got them stuttering too.
But isn't like the reason why women's sports aren't viewed as much because men only fund men businesses and men's sports?
Hold on, let's have fun with this. How many of you have been to a WNBA game? Raise your hand. Oh, okay. How many of you have been to an NBA game? Okay. So you fund the very problem you're complaining about.
No, this is for real. Women will fight for what they think is equal rights and then expect men to pick up when they start slacking.
Смотри, первое, на что я обращаю внимание в мальчиках, это обувь. Покажи мне свою обувь. Мне не нравятся твои котики. Ты любишь котиков?
Обожаю.
Да?
Я сам.
Я не люблю котиков.
Почему?
Честно. Привет.
Привет.
Я нажимаю на единорога.
Приятно, Леша.
У тебя крутой голос. Мне нравится мужской голос, когда он такой грубый.
Ладно, короче, я буду мстить за всех пацанов.
We must stay focused, brothers. He did the right thing. She was just way too picky.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how smart are you?
Probably about 8.
What's the square root of 81?
Square root of 81?
Said it already.
Is it 9?
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how smart are you?
Like a 8.5.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good one.
What's the square root of 81?
6.
Square root of 81 is what?
Is it 7?
No.
I was gonna say 16, but
16. Okay. You're running a race. You pass the person in 4th. What place are you in?
3rd.
No. On a scale of 1 to 10, how smart are you?
Maybe like a 8, I think.
You run in a race. You pass the person in 3rd. What place are you in?
2nd, of course.
You're in 2nd?
2nd, yeah.
You sure?
Sure, I think.
What's 3 cubed?
Not sure. I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay. You want to guess?
1.
No.
I don't even know.
One says 8, one said 8.5. All they had to do was say 9.
Does body count matter?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm not gonna f a girl who has 110 bodies.
How many girls have you
10.
How about you? Does body count matter?
No, not at all.
Why not?
People are just people.
That's hella whack, huh?
Yeah, I know. It's like some people are just and some aren't, so.
That's kind of true, actually.
If you want him to forget about numbers, then why are you chasing millionaires?
You look back at some of your old lyrics, given the climate of what's happening today with women's empowerment, and be like, damn, that was kind of that I said that.
Nope, hell no, that was me. I love every motherfucking house.
Man,
Straight
stop,
up.
man.
Oh, come on, don't try to call out Snoop Dogg and make him apologize for calling out women in his lyrics. We all know she would call a woman calling out men empowering.
What's another name for inside a woman?
What? You look worried to say the answer. Might be the end of our friendship, Hannah.
I want to hear the joke again. I don't even... What's the joke again? I've forgotten it. You've been laughing for so long.
What's another name for
Side of a woman, yeah.
side of a woman?
What?
Loading the dishwasher. Loading the dishwasher.
Doesn't get better when you say it twice, bud.
After that long of a build-up, even she had to try to cover up her laugh.
Valerie, age 36, pops up on your dating app. Are you swiping left or are you swiping right? Looking for a good man who wants to rescue me and my kids from this low-income life I've been stuck in for years. I have no interest in things of the past, and my kids deserve to have a positive male role model in their life with me. Have to be sensitive to people with disabilities. Okay, guys, who's swiping left or right? I mean, am I crazy or did I see this wrong? I thought dating apps were supposed to kind of advertise yourself, market yourself to your potential matches. But in here, I don't hear any marketing. I just hear a GoFundMe account. Please take care of me. Me and my kids don't want to be poor anymore. What is she bringing to the table besides bills? Classic.
I would do none. I would just delete the app itself.
You look poppin'.
Don't touch my face.
Oh, I'm sorry. You look good, girl.
Stop rubbing on me. Thank you.
She need to what? Just need to pull that up.
What you pointing to? Why you say she need to pull that up?
She already got a boyfriend, but no more men need to see that.
This just proves that even kids know the difference between what you should and shouldn't be doing. That's before modernity beats it out of them. It's just like looking at the past and the future in the same frame.
I've seen the deterioration of women. I've been in D.C. for over 20 years. You got to understand, when you leave this country, it is entirely different. I'm sure if you guys have traveled, you got a taste of it, but go explore, taste other cultures, taste women from other cultures. I mean, literally and figuratively, you know, like have a good time.
No, I feel you, bro.
And see, because when you get outside of this country, you don't have that type.
The drawback of letting women get away with everything is them thinking the world revolves around them. No, sweetheart, there's a better world out there. Better options, too.
If a girl's ghosting, this is what I do. I wait a while, you know? I just let it marinate like a few months, just really make sure I'm getting ghosted. And then I'll send this text, I'll go, hey, I'm going to the Taylor Swift concert. I have an extra ticket if you're available. I don't know, let me know. Then they become alive suddenly. They come out of the woodwork and they're like, hey, yeah, sorry, I was slammed with work and everything, but I looked at my schedule, my calendar, I'm free that day. I would love to go. And then I don't respond. And then I go, you don't ghost me, I ghost you! Are you the ghosting?
Fully convinced at this point that women just don't see men as companions anymore. They just use them till they can't offer anything more before moving on to the next.
Who are safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do, do you? No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
That smirk on his face says it all. He loves his job.
Did you know that women file for divorce 70% of the time? And did you know that most of those divorces are associated with a major life event, like the husband losing his job or dealing with a mental health crisis? That is a fact. They are not loyal to you. The people in your life keep you around because of one thing, and that is what you are able to provide.
70% is a lot. Why are women like this? This is why we have more men that don't want to get married.
Money. None of the females want to be bothered with you. Nobody won't bother with you. Nobody want to come around. But look, come here. Come here, let's go. When you got a little bread, look, you got a little bread? Look, Look, you see all the ducks up there, I want to come around now, see? See? Look. That's what I go to tell you. When you got money, people come around. When you don't got no more money, everybody leave away from you. When you got this real bread, when you got bread, people love you. Look at this. Look at the ducks. You see how they are? Look, they hungry for the money, but when I come back and try to get some, nobody won't give me nothing. Remember that in life.
Talk about leading with examples.
Average girl like you're a 19-year-old girl who goes to UCSB who studies math. You have the equivalent optionality as an A-list celebrity, movie star, whatever, what have you. If you wanted to sleep with 3 guys a day, could you? Maybe wouldn't want to do that, but you could. In order for a guy to be able to sleep with 3 women a day, he has to be in the top 1% of men or be bringing major status.
Or lower his standards.
Even if he lowers his standards, he can't 3 girls a day.
I have met men who did.
You've met average dudes who can 3 girls a day, even if they lower their standards.
I'm sorry, okay, and they did not even lower their standards. All the girls were hot.
What percentage of the average man can pull 3 girls a day?
Let's say about 25% of men can do it. However, it can be up to 40 if men put in more effort in, let's say, what they're wearing, how they're styling themselves, and if they improve their confidence.
They can pull 3 girls a day.
Yes.
You're insane. I'm sorry.
Women just love to argue because she just proved his point with hers.
Do you have a personality, or are you just a bunch of Taylor Swift lyrics glued together?
It's assault. It's assault with a deadly weapon known as Taylor Swift against me.
To be fair, Taylor Swift's dated so many men, women might actually think she gives credible advice. She's never been able to keep one, though. Maybe keep that in mind, too.
I thought y'all put makeup on for yourselves and not for men. So why are we left to foot the bill because you're incapable of leaving your house without changing the way your face looks? Plus, why are you spending over $2,000 on an oversized glue stick? What even is that? All this goes to prove that y'all do dress and put makeup on for men's attention. Dang, that's tough.
Fellas, show up with branded shoes for a date next time and use this logic on her.
Your ideal date? Like, you just bring me to, like, literally nowhere? This is the date that you had me dress up in a dress and everything?
Do you cook for me? Do you clean the house? Bro, we literally had to hire a maid just to clean their fuck because you literally didn't want to do that. We go out to eat every single day because you don't cook. Yes, this is a date for you.
She should appreciate it or someone else will, because any other woman would kill for a life like that.
If you woke up as a female, what's the first thing you're doing?
Oh, the first thing I'd do? Start complaining, yeah.
To who?
To anybody who's standing there.
Man spent his whole life taking it, and he can't wait for the day he gets to have the privilege of just saying things with no consequence. It's what I'd do too.
You know, a guy can decline an invitation by saying his girlfriend won't let him go, and everyone will most likely understand. But if a girl declines an invitation by saying her boyfriend won't let her go, people will most likely get concerned.
Women act like men are the ones laying down the law when they won't let anyone else get 2 words in.
You know what I realized with us women? And I think that I was like this at one point in time too. We equate our value to how many men want to sleep with us, how many men are in our DMs, and how many proposals we got. Not marriages, proposals. But here's the thing. If all these guys want us and we want none of those guys, then we have no options. And I think that's like a hard pill for us to swallow. Like, we don't want to admit that, but we know deep down inside, like, we go to our message requests or our DMs or our text messages, and it's just full of guys that want to sleep with us or, you know, talk about our bodies. We realize, like, damn, we ain't got no options. Because really, you only consider the guys' options that you actually want. Am I right or am I right?
That's true. Women get all high and mighty because some simp told them they're pretty. And next thing they know, they're past their prime and still talking about those DMs like they mean something.
How long have you been single, and what happened with your last ex?
I've been single for about 1.5 years now, and I broke up with my ex-girlfriend because she was and I was not going to stand for that.
My ideal date would be dinner
preferably with somebody tall, blonde or brown hair that's nice and can hold a conversation.
What would you have on that dinner?
Like food-wise?
Yeah.
Sushi.
I can't do sushi.
Why?
What we could do, my ideal date would be, we could take my truck out down where ain't nobody else. We could go shoot some skeet, and then we could get one of those little grills. Get a little grill put on the back of the truck, cook some steaks, make some burgers maybe. Can't be super stupid. Gotta kind of know what you're doing. Don't point the gun at me, and be able to take a joke. Because my jokes are kind of personal.
I could take a joke, but I am a little stupid.
Damn it. All right, we'll work on it.
Give me your best pickup line.
Yeah, I usually say, want to be my dog's dad.
You need to say some crazy to make somebody laugh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably.
My go-to is, I can usually be like, no. Or,
That's not good.
See, it's funny. No normal girl is gonna see that and be like, oh, it's just like any other guy.
This guy's fun. He can joke around and just enjoy life.
That's what men are supposed to do. They're supposed to provide for a woman. So when a woman already has everything...
Oh, that's when they feel intimidated.
That's when they feel intimidated.
That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you. Because a man doesn't want to date another man. He wants to date a woman. So let's flip it so it makes sense and pay attention, right? A woman like you that's independent boss babe, she took on characteristic traits of a man, like being non-agreeable, being assertive, and being dominant, which is all A-type personality traits, which is naturally masculine traits. So when a woman takes on that trait, it's like, ew, you're like a man now. So it's annoying. It's not intimidating. Now let's flip it. Let's say if you got with a man and he was very flamboyant and he didn't have any ambition and he was very agreeable, like he was a yes man. He had no backbone. Would you feel intimidated by that man?
No.
If he was checkmate.
Wait,
Stop it.
Gotcha.
Men want a woman that acts like a woman, not one that acts like a man.
Did you know that in emergencies, the reason why we evacuate women and children first is so that we can stay behind and figure out the solution in silence?
Notice how she took a whole second to process what he said before laughing? This woman knew it wasn't a one-liner. It was just the cold, hard truth.
What do you think they mean by 50-50 then? Like, some part of them has to know that they're like, I want a husband who's disproportionately better than me, but the relationship needs to be 50-50. Like, what do you think is the expectation there?
The expectation is that I want 50-50 share in sort of the decision making, and let's say I want to be an equal stakeholder when it comes to vote, but I don't necessarily want to have an equal share of the responsibilities for governing, maintaining, directing, and executing the relationship.
Women want the privilege of choice, and they'll always choose to sit back while the man does all the work.
Babe? Yeah? Why do guys come on strong, but then after a few dates fizzle out?
You're no longer a fantasy. They've actually met you, they have a reference for you, and they're just not that interested.
Not to mention, they quite often just stop putting in effort as soon as they get with the guy.
Do you think cooks better, men or women?
Women. Women.
Name a female chef.
My mom.
Your mom. Is she professional?
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Sarah.
Who do you think are better cooks, men or women?
Oh my god, women, obviously. Yeah.
Can you name me a professional female chef?
No.
Interesting.
Hating on men is their default mode, but hit them with facts and they start malfunctioning.
All I know is what I really need to work on is having like fat girl confidence. Like, you see them fat girls with them crop tops, I'm like, wear them, baby. If they make them your size, wear them. Who cares if you look like a can of busted biscuits? You fuck.
Can of busted biscuits? I gotta use that one. Can't use it on Twitter though. I'd be canceled pretty quickly.
What's your go-to search on the hub?
Oh, I don't do that. Nah, I don't do that.
No?
Huh?
Never once, ever before?
Nah, self-control. I don't do that stuff.
0 videos watched for...
Cap.
Never.
Never. Really? Never. Yeah, never.
Damn. That's awesome. I can't say this.
That's fine. That's fine.
Funny how they tried to make him look like the odd one out, but this was just a man who recognized a time to change or just didn't want to disrespect himself on camera for views. What a time to be alive.
I believe that there is a pandemic of sassy.
Your friend's saying yes.
Yes?
I say yes.
How do you think those men are created?
Because of people who think they're...
No, it's because they're raised by single moms.
Single moms?
Yes. And there's no masculine figure in the household as he's growing up.
I'm the masculine figure.
You can't be. You're a woman. You can't be the prop. I'm just saying, don't complain about when you're literally creating.
What?
Yes. You're creating one.
Do you need a masculine figure in your house?
I send my son to his dad's for every summer.
Shut up.
Yeah, see, it's shocking news, right?
No man's getting an attitude if he has a dad around to tell him that's not what a real man does.
Ladies, if you could just support the WNBA the way you support a fat chick that's proud of her body and is no longer a threat to you, you know? That league would be doing better numbers than the NBA. They have been playing in front of 300 to 400 people a night for a quarter of a century. Not to mention, it's a male-subsidized league. We gave you a f***ing league. None of you showed up. Where are all the feminists? None of you went to the f***ing games. None of you. You failed them. Not me. Not men. Women failed the WNBA. Ladies, name your top 5 all-time WNBA players of all time. Come on. Let's hear it. Name 5 WNBA teams. Name the WNBA team in your f***ing city. You can't do it. You don't give a f*** about them. They play night in and night out in front of nobody. It's a f***ing tragedy, right? And then meanwhile, you look at the Kardashians, they're making billions. You look at those Real Housewives shows, they're making money hand over fist, because that's what women are watching. And the money listens. You don't want to watch this shit, you watch this shit. They just shoot it over there, drowning these in money. Purses and shoes and Botox. It's just raining.
The WNBA is the best example of women wanting equality and then failing to show up for the woman they protested for.
You believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can get
So
pregnant.
you are denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you?
Absolutely.
Or are they also treated like this, where
No,
they're told that they're opening up people to violence?
We have a good
by
time in my
questioning
class. You should join.
I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot just in this exchange.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing them.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted to. So I think it's important
because of my line of questioning? So we can't talk about it?
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist.
I'm denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies?
Props to this guy for keeping his cool when she gave him every opportunity to stand up and tell her she was unhinged.
So there's 4 billion women on the planet. I'm a black American from Louisiana. I have the choice to have the pick of the litter. So why would I pick you if you have multiple baby daddies?
Well, don't pick me.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you
I
have
understand
the choice.
that.
You have the choice. We all have a choice.
I have the choice, but you're judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for you. If you're going to judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. You know, so I'm not judging
And
you
I
and your
understand that.
opinion
How many kids
and your
you have?
preference. I have 3.
You have
25,
3?
18, and 12.
Okay, how many baby daddies?
2.
2. Okay, so it's no disrespect towards that, right? But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman from getting a top
That's
tier
exactly
man
right. Why?
if
Because
she
there's
has-
billions of women on this planet. All right?
I respect your opinion.
Okay.
Sounds like he struck a nerve for her. Surprised she didn't flip out. A guy who's just a friend.
You don't make enough to provide for us anymore, so we have to get out there in the workforce.
Right, because you voted for laws that give the jobs to you instead of to us. You know that, right? You have to know about this, right? Women have been saying for decades, they've been saying, we get 77 cents on the... Women want to get paid equal. They don't want to work equal. They just want to get paid equal. So they went to the government and they voted for the government to make things equal. And now that things are equal, women have raised their standards and they're saying, men can't provide anymore. You voted for that. You know that, right? The government takes money from men and gives it to corporations if they meet diversity quotas. So we are being forced to pay to put ourselves out of work so you can be equal. Men and women don't put the same amount of effort into the workplace, and so they get different rewards out of it, but women wanted to make it equal. When men made more, women could find men who made more, but now women are making more, and they can't find men who make more. But it's not because you're running faster than us, it's because you voted to redistribute the trophies. So my money goes to the government, and the government gives that money to corporations, and then when I apply for a job, the corporation says, you may not have that job. We need more women to satisfy our government free money requirement.
It shouldn't be equal pay if it ain't equal work. Put down that purse and pick up a plunger.
First of all, women be out here creating super in their mind. They don't even be looking at the nigga in front of them. That's the difference between men and women. We see who here.
Right.
Women out here think it's a unicorn with long dick, a lot of money, and a weekend house, and this nigga poetry and draw, and he a thug, and he can fight and lift weights and don't eat pork. You crazy?
All that talk about men setting unrealistic standards, yet it's the women who want men who are all around 10s, over 6 foot, and making $400,000 a year. Yeah, but wanting someone who's 120 pounds is where you're the bad guy.
6 floors and it's no Fugazi Corporation building. We got all the men, from low quality to the highest quality men. The only way you know it's on the other floor is if you choose to go up. If you choose not to accept floor 1, then you got to go up to the next floor. First floor is he has a job and he has a car. Are you staying at that floor or moving up?
Up.
Moving up a floor? Level 2? What about you?
Moving up.
Moving up? What about you?
I'm going up.
Going up. Level 2, he got a job, he got a car, he's charismatic, he's funny, he got a personality, and he's a good man.
I'm going up.
What about you?
I'm going up.
She going up. Now we got level 3.
I'm invested now.
He got a job, he got a car, he funny, he charismatic, he a good man. He also 6'4".
I'm going up.
You going up?
I'm going up too.
Going up?
4th floor is he got a job, he got a car, he charismatic, he's 6'4", but not only that, he got a 9-incher.
I'm going up.
Oh, what? Y'all going up again? We at the 5th floor now. He got a job, he got a car, he got a good personality, 6'4", the 9-incher. He's a good man. He makes $500,000 a year.
I'm going up.
You going up?
I'm gonna go up, I guess.
Okay, on the 6th floor, this man doesn't exist. This is just to show you that you are hypergamous and never satisfied. 6th floor doesn't exist. It's to show you that you're hypergamous and you're never satisfied, and the nature of a woman is the damnation of the woman.
You could give a woman the world and she'll leave you the next day saying she wanted the whole universe. Yeah, and all that talk for someone who won't work for it herself.
That's what I'm not.
Are those breasts real?
No, they're not.
Okay.
What does that have to do with my personality?
You just said never be fake, but much of
We're talking about
much of you is fake. That's
okay.
the challenge.
Okay.
It's like there's no reality.
She's literally a walking paradox. She says it's bad to be fake, yet she's physically fake herself.
Okay, so me and my friend, a platonic homeboy, we went somewhere last night and we had to get out the car like 3 times. Okay. And he didn't open my door not a single time. So I let it go by a couple times, and then I said, now that's your 3rd time not opening my door. And he was like, well, I feel like that's romantic. And I said, wait, this is a common courtesy, okay? I know we just boys, okay? I know we just boys, but I am still Okay, treat me like a lady. Disregard the mustache and the whiskers down here, okay? I am very much still a feminine woman. Open my door. Open my door. Am I tripping? Bro, open my door, bro. What y'all think?
You might be a lot of things, but with that attitude and those manners, you definitely don't seem like a feminine lady.
She's a 10, but she's a single mom.
0. Yeah, like a 5. Like a single mother, there's a bunch of stuff that comes with that, but plus size, it's not about their personality.
If she comes with baggage, she's not a 10.
It's funny that men are often judged off of height, fitness, and income. But if women were judged by the same standards, most of them would be considered failures.
Yeah, and that's because they want someone to love them in every shape and form, even if it's a broke, unemployed circle that doesn't get off the couch.
Don't tell women the truth these days. Men get told the truth all the time. Women have no problem telling a man, I don't want an average man. It happens every day on my show. We have no problem telling average men, you ain't crap. But if I just happen to have the nerve to agree with the woman that says she's average, then I'm Satan. I think that's interesting.
It's all for empowerment when you're disrespecting a man you don't like, but when a man does that to you, he's rude. Make it make sense.
You got your heart broken one time, and that just really well.
I wouldn't say I had my heart broken. I started to understand women a little bit more as I got, well, early on I understood that, like, she's not mine. Even if she may be my girlfriend, she might be influenced by other people.
No. KD, you're selling yourself short of the greatest energy in this world that is love.
So
I mean, he's right, but
I
bro,
don't trip on that relationship. If we having a good time for a moment, then cool. If you end up venturing off, and I do too, it is what it is.
But don't you know anybody that's been like married for like decades?
Yeah, I know some people
that
are married for a couple weeks.
Yeah, but you're focusing too much on those people.
I'm focusing on everything.
You can look at both pros and cons, but the cons of marriage are pretty heavy if it's just not the right one.
I'm fat because I drink too much red wine and I don't exercise enough.
That's not true. You're not fat because of what you eat and how much exercise you do. That is the line that everybody is led to believe.
Left you now and ran up and down Leicester Square for 3 hours and then went home and had a piece of lettuce and then came in and did the same tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that. I would start to look like a supermodel.
Only for a few months, and then you would stop. In fact, you would start regaining weight within the first year. That is a fact. That's not fiction. That is an absolute fact. And there is literally no evidence that weight loss is going to benefit anybody's health, whether they're a child or an adult. I'm willing to stake my medical career on the fact that that the lies that we've been sold about obesity, especially childhood obesity, are not true. They are there to benefit the weight loss industry, not to benefit children. Evidence is very clear. Up to 98% of people that attempt weight loss will have regained all the weight within 5 years. That is up to 98% of people, and that is absolutely unquestionable. Second thing, this idea that energy in and energy out and energy calorie deficits.
You're smoking.
Willing to wager that medical degree because it's already been used as a napkin and lost its value.
This man literally died because he was working 100-hour weeks for a year because his wife was staying at home. His wife wasn't working, so he had to work 100 hours in a week, and he died in a year of working as an investment banker. And you're telling, don't piss me off because this man should still be alive. Don't piss me off because this man should still be alive. No, you keep working those 80 hours to 100-hour work weeks while your girl just stays at home telling you she's gonna make that weak-ass pasta and that weak-ass sandwich. You're gonna work your way into the grave. This man was working so much, he knew his body couldn't handle it. He went to management to approve if he can work less hours before they could approve it. He died. He died of blood clots. Oh, if anybody knows about investment banking and finance, these people make $180,000 plus. Don't piss me off. You're letting your man work 80 to 100 hours in a week, and all he gets in the morning is, love you, babe, be safe, he's about to die. You've been working 12 to 15 hours for the past 5 days, and all your girl did was give you a hug and said, you're the definition of a real man. Fuck you. Help me. Help me. If you're my girl and you're not going 50-50 with me on bills, I am going to assume you are just a broke bum. And also, you are an AI-generated agent of darkness. You are a parasite. This man should still be alive.
This really is just sad. She didn't have any sympathy for the man. Is it really that hard to just go and get a job so he can slow down?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You gonna give me a hug or what? Oh, no, that's lame.
That's the traditional way.
Yeah, that's lame.
No, it's not. It's
Very
respectful.
Lame. No, lame.
No?
Lame.
Oh,
Lame.
well, you can just sit down then.
Well, you can stand up.
Or you could just sit down.
I'm gonna walk out then.
Oh my God. get hugs.
She didn't want to stand up. Typical feminist. I mean, you know, it is what it is. You got to play the game, guys. This is how women are nowadays. You know, they want to sit there and think, oh no, I'm not going to stand up. And it's like, okay, cool. Now I'm going to demolish you in this debate.
Any woman who shows up in a pretty dress thinks it's their God-given right for a man to start simping. No, it's really not.
Women are manipulators, though. Women don't want you to follow other. Try to do the same thing to her, though. Your girl be following men, bro. Chris Brown, Usher, he got herpes. Usher, William Levy, I don't know, Elvis. That is dead. That is Elvis. But you can never question them, right? If you come up to your girl right now and ask her, why are you following this guy? Oh, just some guy from high school. And your girl will come at you with this response. And what, you're gonna get insecure about a man now?
Don't make it right.
Hey, I'm making it wrong. Don't make it right. Hey, I'm exposing you.
All that talk about equality, yet it's the men who have to make that relationship work.
Every single girl has that one guy that the guy either never liked them back or the guy just never gave him a chance, that like that girl will literally drop anything to be with.
We're going to look at the top comment. It says, if he interrupts my wedding, I will leave with him. Has almost 8,000 likes. I was tagged. What? I'll take the hate. The reason why some of these women have irrational takes and they seem so extreme is because they're projecting. And guess what? Society has allowed some of these women to live in a delusional state, has allowed them to say whatever they want because it's how they feel. A lot of the time, these women are projecting. A lot of the time, these thoughts are coming from the place of, well, this is what I would do, so he must want to do the exact same thing. When men try to argue against it, all of a sudden, they're dismissing their feelings, but in reality, you're in a lose-lose conversation because a lot of men don't understand that woman was projecting the entire time. Get it? Some of these videos, you can say, oh, it's just a joke, we're playing. The comment sections are not a joke. The comment section is what really exposes if it's a true take or y'all are just being girls.
This really shows how loyal women really are.
No matter what you do, your woman is mad at you. If you work all the time, why you work all the time? You ain't never home. You always leaving me. I hate this shit. If you home all the time, why you all up under me? Let me get some room to breathe. Damn, stop sweating me. I hate this shit. If you make more money than her, you. I want to make decisions too. You ain't my daddy. I don't need you to take care of me. I hate this shit. If she makes more money than you, you broke mother. You never have no money. That shit. I want to make all these decisions. I need to be taken care of. I hate this shit. I can't take it. And the number one reason your woman's always mad, fellas, because you ain't her first choice.
It's a lose-lose situation where the only real thing you can do is, well, stand back and let her finish that tantrum.
Out of these three guys, who do you find attractive? I see you looking at him.
Only because he's Mexican. I don't really, no discrimination, but that's not my type, like.
They're Mexicans.
Ooh.
That's that good gene.
I'm sorry. Probably him.
Him?
Yeah.
Bro, could you see yourself talking to her?
She could.
Yeah, she could. Would you like her number?
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, how old are you? I'm 18. You're 18?
18? Damn, dude.
I'm 19. Yeah, I'm 18 too, but like, I'm okay.
Now, what makes you say no to her?
I don't know. I just don't. You know, it's the eyebrows, honestly.
Damn!
Oh, shit.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI. But would he still smash?
I respect him.
Damn, bro, I look you feel bad, bro. I thought you would have got it. I thought you would have gotten the hint when I said she could. Like she could.
They were meant to meet. My man had to humble her before she got into her 20s.
When should a man start making 100K?
I say at the ripe age of 18, you are out of your household, and if you have a girlfriend at the time, you should provide for your woman. I am a firm believer in that women should not work and that women's rights suck. So that men should provide for women, and I should not work my life, ever.
I'm gonna say the opposite.
I think realistically, a man should make 100K around like 27. I feel like that's a good age. 27 to 33, 35.
Well, let's backpedal a little bit, because what you said was kind of crazy. You don't think that's delusional at all?
I have my delulu moments, but also I do not want to work. So a man should make 100K by the time that I'm dating him, so I don't have to work ever.
Has the past guys that you've dated made 100K?
The past guys that I have dated have been 2 inches shorter than me and have $0 in their bank account. But now I am aiming high. Now I'm aiming high, and I have a boyfriend who has drive and motivation and can supply for himself and myself.
I bet even right now she had to ask her parents to pay her phone bills.
Honestly, you're so mature, it's actually embarrassing.
Alright, cool. But
Next.
some
Anything next?
I know.
Hey, come on, man.
I haven't been second choice like 3 times in it, so
That is.
Did you hear what he just said?
What?
He said, say that again. What did he say?
Go on, what?
Jess, what did he say?
Go on, say it. Go on. Go on, say it.
I said you're the one that's been second choice like 3 times in it, so.
Honestly, you, Kieran, generally.
You wish.
Well, the thing is, it's tit for tat. People give it and people take it, so it is what it is. You give it, you've got to be able to take it. Sometimes people say things that aren't very nice. Babe, no, because I'm not being funny. She's crying. Ooh.
The empowered women screaming for equality are the ones who can dish it out but never take it themselves.
This comment is in reference to me saying that women should not be bodyguards at an elite level, you know, in light of recent circumstances. And I hold to that, but let's go over some reasons. This was a 9-month experiment done by the Marines. They essentially wanted to see what women were capable of relative to men. Here's some highlights from this experiment. All male teams outperformed mixed gender teams in nearly every capacity. Women were far more likely to get injured and took far more time off due to these injuries. In aerobic capacity, they were a little lower, but where it really shone through was in anaerobic capacity, i.e. their ability to produce power. In terms of power performance, the top 25% of women, so not average, was overlapping with the bottom 25% of men. So essentially what you have is curves that look like this. And throughout a lot of these physical tasks, the women would just routinely struggle with things that men had no issue with. And when it comes to being a bodyguard, especially at the elite level, you don't want average men or the lower percentile of men, you want the elite men. And the elite women are not going to overlap with the elite men. So no, I don't think women should be in that position.
He used actual facts, so feminists can't get mad, but knowing them, that won't stop them from complaining.
Hey, here's a problem. This meme is pretty big right now. Let's analyze it. Saying goodbye to my type means giving up on either one of these good boxes and settling, this icky yellow-brown color, because she wants to get married, the top level of relationship, which she cannot do with her type, because they keep putting her here or lower, which would be here or lower on the male side. So she can't get the guys that she wants and has to adjust her expectations, and you don't want to be the guy that got settled for. This guy was settled for by her. He proposed twice, and she said no twice, but still wanted to be with him because he was just a placeholder for the guy from her past that she wanted to come back. But hey, it's just one video, right? And it only got 237,000 likes. That's not that much of the planet. That's like a quarter of New Hampshire. Oh, but wait a minute. Saying goodbye to my type. There you go, 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 there you go. Some of them are normal and some of them are more, Jesus Christ. And they're doing pretty well. I promise I clicked on this one at random. That's half of New Hampshire. And that's what the TikTok girls are up to right now. So, is social media damaging relationship formation by giving people unrealistic expectations? Yes. I'm gonna go with yes.
Women like to complain that men don't know what they're talking about, and this guy right here brought facts, figures, and even made it colorful for that extra pop.
Can women be funny?
Will you guys just grow up and just sit down and write your own horse come up with it? Start your own show, have your own award show. Quit waiting around for other people to do for you. That's the problem. If you guys had your own big club and I was standing outside of it, you'd never be in. I'd start my own shit. You guys got to start your own shit. brains in there, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So write your own and quit your whining. We're all eating a giant sandwich out here. Nobody cares. I don't care.
Absolutely, but I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a white person.
The it makes no difference whether you got a all right? Just do what the fuck do, and hopefully people respond to it. But this shit and all of this crap become undeniable. Well, when was the last time you went on stage and you killed so hard the person after you bombed? If you're doing that on a regular basis, people are gonna notice regardless of what you have between your legs.
I'm glad Bill Burr gives them the honest truth, because when you work for it, you'll see the results. Stop trying to get other people to validate your work without doing any work.
You know what, I have a list, and you can tell me if any of these names ring a bell. So these are all men who have had divorces initiated against them. Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Dr. Dre, Ryan Reynolds, Tom Brady, Lance Armstrong, Alex Rodriguez, Channing Tatum, Chris Rock, Ben Affleck, Chris Pratt, Liam Hemsworth, Ben Stiller, David Duchovny, Orlando Bloom, Tiger Woods, Sean Penn, Sylvester Stallone, Paul McCartney, Ryan Felipe, Jason Momoa, Michael Jordan. These are all very attractive men, high status men, wealthy, and even they can't keep a chick. So me as I consider myself like kind of a normal dude. I think, bro, if Brad Pitt can't keep a chick, I'm
This just tells me that even when a man checks all their insane boxes, women would still find a way to complain and leave him hanging.
She bet him $100 that she can knock him down. She has excellent form and hip drive, but keep in mind he's a professional heavyweight boxer and has literal abs of steel. And this is why weight classes were invented.
Now imagine if he actually put up a fight. Oh, I could smell the lawsuit from here.
Man marries a woman and she gets older, will he keep her? Yes, because men are good people. Men are good people, and we keep women. We don't treat women like y'all would treat us. See, if a woman had a man and her value increased later in life and his decreased, women would get rid of the men. But see, we're good people. I know they're gonna get mad at me on that one.
I mean, stuff like this happens all the time, and we need to start putting a stop to that. If she's not at your level, then drop her, because if roles were reversed, she would drop you as well.
I like to meet a says, you know what, yes. I'm a prostitute, I walk the blade, I sell my body, and this is what it is. You said something earlier that disgusted me, to be honest with you. You said this is just what I had to do. You live in America, people to get here. In South Africa, it's the country with the highest unemployment on the planet Earth. I talked to a woman who's my mother's age who tried to solicit me for prostitution, and I respected the fact that she wanted to work for her money and earn her money. So I said, hey, I'm a podcaster. Let me interview you. I want to hear your story, because people hear your story claiming that you had to do this. I talked to a woman who actually has to do this in a country with the highest unemployment in the world. You're deluded. And you know what she said in her interview? She said, if I could go to America and wash dishes, I would go there and do that happily and send money back to my family. Difference between you and women there who are doing the same job of prostitution, they do prostitution in some cases because they need jobs. You do prostitution because you need God. You're lost.
We've lost a lot of our morals because we wanted to chase this faux empowerment, and this man laid it to them straight.
What's the biggest thing you hate about women?
The biggest thing I hate about women is that, you know, that one Billie Eilish quote, she said,
you give an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world.
That's it right there.
Okay.
You look at that statement, you see how invalid that is. As a young man coming up, you see how they're just trying to put you down, okay? Now, if the roles were reversed, this would be a cancelable offense for us. Okay. You understand that?
Okay.
So, I think that, you know, there are double standards, okay? And we have to look at these. We don't pause, okay? We just have to realize that, like, if you're gonna say that about us, and you expect us to not say that about you, let's take a step back and let's look at the situation, all right? Next question.
My man has single-handedly taken on the responsibility to remind young guys their worth, and I say let's get behind him. You guys have made it to the end. Like and subscribe to prove you're an alpha. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel and the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you should watch another one. Till next time.